अरे बाद में कर लेना।
Watch videos online. It was available online, offline both. So mostly 70% I used to watch online. So it doesn't matter that way because I was not going to institute. After prelims in 2019, I used to go to test centers to have that simulation, exam simulation. But again in 2020, when I got first rank, I was giving tests in my room. So you can easily prepare from your home, whatever resources is there, you can collaborate with your friends. Online you can have a video discussion. So that way you can easily prepare.
How different was it mentally preparing for JEE and UPSC? Because during JEE, people your age are still studying, but when you are preparing for UPSC, people your age are doing things like they're getting placed. So how did you deal with that FOMO, and how different was it mentally?
So in January 2018, when I went to Delhi, people used to put because that was the last semester. Last semester I skipped in IIT Bombay because in 2017 they came with the policy that if you are able to complete the credits beforehand and if there is no any compulsory courses, you can leave. So in 8th semester I went there, and my wingies they used to go for Lonavala trip, other trips, and in my college days I was the one who used to organize those trips. There was a lot of FOMO. I organized a trip, entire trip for my hostel. So there was a lot of FOMO. So I decided to quit Facebook. The best way not to know what is happening, in and around you. And because I did research internship in US, and the professor there, he was very happy with that. And I could have easily gotten MS, fully funded from Purdue University. That was also, back of mind. It used to be that because once I was not able to clear 2018 prelims. Initially, I thought I will clear in 21 years. But in the initial phase, but within 1 month, I got that this exam requires, time and dedication. So that was always there, but because I was having a good, strong motivation before my preparation, I spoke with a lot of seniors also, and people who are there in service. So I was very clear why I want to why I want to build my career in civil services, why I want to appear for this examination. That motivated me a lot.
Huh. One more thing, you said you weren't sure that you'd clear, right? So what was your plan? Like you just keep repeating it until you cleared one day?
Yeah, I think I also spoke about self-analysis. So UPSC journey is such because there is a three-stage, and we have previous year questions, and we have toppers copies. So and after giving mains, we have marks also. In which area I have deficiency, in which area I have performed well. So all these things are in front of you. So we can do always analysis. So I was when in 2018 with 5 months of preparation, I scored around 80 marks, and the cutoff for prelims was around 98. Almost I was in 100 questions. I was away with 5 questions. If I had done 5 questions correct, I could have cleared that year's prelims. So I knew that with 1 year of preparation, with good preparation and with confidence, I can clear next year's prelims. And when I started my mock answer writing, mock test, I used to get decent marks. I used to compare it with toppers copies. And then again, when in 2019 marks came out and I got 298 rank. So I found out that I had not scored that well in optional. So I worked hard in optional. So that way, I think if you are doing self-analysis, if you are comparing it with toppers copies with your peer group, that it will, with time it will give you a sense of confidence that it may get delayed, but one day you will get into the list. But I was always in that mode that I will give 2, 3 good attempts. And if I'm not able to clear it, then I will be happy that I have given 100%. then I will prepare for, I will go to some other field. Because once you are graduated from IT Bombay, you always have backup plan. You can always go to some other fields and you can do wonders in that also. So that was there, and I decided that 2021 would be my last attempt. So that's why I was in the cycle.
Sir, often when a lot of people prepare for these high intensity competitive examinations, we usually see people facing a lot of uncertainty and second thoughts during their preparation. So, what was your source of motivation, something which pushed you to prepare during these years?
I think the biggest source was, the kind of experiences that I had in my village. So, if you, I come from a background where till 2007, 2008, even our houses were kacha house, and every people in the village were like that. So, there many people used to come for help to my father. And once my father told me that once if you become IS officer, and you would be able to help those needy people, you would be able to uplift people from poverty. So that was one of my biggest motivation. Matlab, there is a lot of stories, background stories to that also. And once I went to US, United States, that gave me a lot of clarity. And the experiences that I had in IT Bombay, that also helped me a lot. So combining all these factors, it pushed me, and you know, in UPSC it is also very important to be surrounded with positive people. So I always had 4 5 very good friends, and within that close circle we used to discuss a lot of things and we used to motivate each other. Whenever if one feels low, then we used to tell that because you are so close to examination, if you prepare, if you give one more attempt, you will be clear. You will be in the list. So that way used to motivate. And a few famous quotes that I used to keep in front of my eyes. I used to read a lot of quotes during my preparation. And few that I can remember is like I used to write that I will become a better version of myself, or the more I sweat in the peacetime, the less I will bleed in the war. That these kind of quotes also used to motivate.
So, what activities would you suggest or did you go for that might not even distract from your studies but also provide the necessary break?
I almost took 4 months break during COVID. Once my interview was over in March 17th, I was having interview in 2019. 2019 attempt, it is 2020. So an interview was not able to complete, so result got delayed. So what I did, I stayed with my friends in Delhi, and for 2 months I learned cooking. I did all kinds of, I watched a lot of videos on YouTube and I was cooking, and I was doing exercises. So and after 2 months I went to home because I was away from my home from childhood, from class two. I for the first time I stayed for like a complete 2 months. I stayed at home. I played a lot of games with my brother, with my sisters, and that I enjoyed. But in general, in preparation, before prelims, 2 months, 3 months before prelims, and till mains, I never took break because you cannot afford to take a long break. And we used to, discuss few more things, many random things, many random stories. And then for half an hour we used to discuss few good things also, whatever we have studied in the whole day. So that used to, motivate me. And after joining Indian Defence Command Service, I developed interest in photography and filmmaking. So as a culture nominee in Hostel 6, I was involved in photography a little bit. So that I explored there, and I made 10 minutes good video, and I edited also that video. So these things I think people can do a lot of things. People do blogging, but I did not do. But generally, I try to focus on studies, and whenever I used to get time, I used to involve in these kind of activities.
Hello sir. So during these COVID times, it is very difficult to move out to Delhi or somewhere out of home. So how disadvantageous it is to prepare at home itself because there are no offline coachings, and if we choose the online coaching option, there won't be the there won't be a mentor who will see us preparing all the time. So, what is the role of mentor? Means how it is important? How important is the role of mentor in this preparation time? Or we can do it alone itself, but will be disadvantage at some time because we don't know, sir. For a person who just started for IAS preparation, means he or she just started and he or she doesn't know how to prepare, but she has a motivation. He has a motivation. So means how she will start. I asking for my sister.
Okay. So I think when you have a good peer group, I think that works a lot. See, in UPSC, it is the mentors that you get in Delhi, they are the ones who are not able to clear the UPSC examination when they are in the teaching line. So, but that is different for JEE. In JEE, generally, many ITNs, many people who have cleared, they also teach. So, what can be followed is I used to watch a lot of toppers talk, and many toppers they will share the entire strategy, how they have prepared line by line they will go, and entire year they will they will explain their entire struggle phase 2 or 3 years that they have gone through. So that can be referred. I don't feel that online you cannot prepare because like I have said that many times I did not went to uh, offline lectures. I used to 70% of the time I used to watch it online, and for optional also I went to offline coaching, but their search policy was clear that sir will only give the sources and he will cover only 20%. Rest we will have to cover it. So generally UPSC preparation is such that you will have to prepare it from your own. And I was fortunate enough, I was having a very good group. And only seniors from IT Bombay, only we were, Kumar Swamy, we prepared together. He is currently IRS IT. So that I think friend circle, close peer group, if you are having that, then that is very good. And through online sources and through a proper strategy, one can easily, I think, easily prepare. And you can also join online mock test. So you can write test. In 2020, I used to write test in my room, and then I used to upload it on platform, and they used to check it and they used to provide the feedback. So that can also be done.
Thank you, sir.
So, what are your favorite memories here at IIT Bombay, and did you learn something that helped you shape as a person today?
I think a lot. I have a lot of memories here. And when I became cultural secretary here, my hostel used to perform the last. We were at the 10th or 11th position. And when we all came to hostel 6, we thought of winning cultural cup. And slowly every stage we cleared, every stage like every competition we won. And finally after winning, uh, we bought one mic, this speaker, big speaker, and then we went to every other hostel in the institute. And because hostel 4 they were having, the numbers are huge. We were only 400. Their strength is 800, and that too, like in hostel 6 we were only 30-40 people. We were going to hostel 4, so we used that mic, and then we roam around in the campus that instead of up on S6, S6, we go this for entire night after winning Cultural Cup. And these were memories. I think whatever I learned as a part of
तेरा
Hostel
कौन सा
Council, that actually helped me a lot
हॉस्टल कौन सा
in
है
the
तेरा
preparation. It kept me motivated.
H6
I'm also from HCS.
इंस्टाग्राम आप कौन
Good, good to know that.
कौन है H6 का
In alumni meetings, I went to Jaipur chapter, and there many alumni they were. It's like that when they used to say like that. कि instead of popcorn, they were claiming H2 or H4, and S6 people we joined and we started this slogan.
Sir, like as you said that going to US and pursuing a research intern in Purdue University, like helped you decide that you would want to pursue a career in civil services. So, what were those turning points specifically? Like, what in US motivated you to pursue a career in India and that too in civil services?
See, just to be clear, my research was very good, and you know, I could have published paper on that also. It was based on artificial neural network, and after see other experiences, I went to US and I explored. I almost went to 7 states there, different states. So the experience that I had there, that people they have all kind of facilities there, but in India, even for basic things, people have to struggle a lot. And because civil services, that was there back of in my mind always. So I thought that this research will not give me that satisfaction. And when I'm working for people, then that will give me a lot of satisfaction. So that became very clear in US. It was not that clear when I was here, when I was seeing people. It became clear in US, and other factors also, because what I thought of research, it was different when I did it. That also played a little role, and the kind of opportunities that India was offering right now in administration. I thought this is a very good time to enter administrative service and then bring meaningful change in the life of people and for the country as a whole.
So, sir, were you close to any of the professors here? Did anyone actually motivate you to give the UPSC?
No professor actually motivated me. I got second year internship because of Nanda Gopalan sir. Even though I was not very, that time I was not very in the high rankers, but he used to motivate in other areas, not in civil services.
So I have stayed in Bihar since my childhood to up to JEE preparation. So I have a good experience that people have a special craze of UPSC there. So does this factor motivated you much more to prepare for UPSC after IIT? Was their role of this?
There might be a little role, but because I always stayed outside my home. If you see the reason why people in Bihar they are specifically for government job or civil services, there is reasons for that. No, in other compared to other parts of the country where industries are there, in Bihar there is a lack of industries, and people feel that if they have that government job, there will be a sense of security. Plus, with civil services, there is also one more thing attached to it. When you join this coveted service, so-called coveted service, you will be at the higher strata in the society. Your social mobility will happen, and because many people are at the lower strata and they aspire to be in the higher. That's why people also prepare for civil services. But these things doesn't bother me that much. I always focused on my on my career, my satisfaction level.
So I want to ask that what inspires you? Matlab, there are many people who get inspired by ancient, like people watch Mahabharata and other things. So who was that person which inspired you? Whom do you follow, means?
I follow my father. I think my father is my biggest inspiration for me. The way if you come to my home, you can see the difference. Like 50 to 60% of his salary he invested on my and my sister's education. And coming from that background, nobody in my village used to spend that much in girls' education. But my father, invested more on my sister's education than me. So and the way he used to conduct himself, the way he is conducting himself in the entire journey. I think that motivated me a lot.
So, good evening, sir. So, it's surprising to know that you have been into research and then you thought of going into civil services. So, keeping that in mind, I would like to know what are the things that stopped you from doing research and how would you implement in your IAS service if you would like to do?
See, I like the research as well. It's not like that. It's like that it's research versus civil services. And in research field, the ultimate aim of mine was coming back to IT as professor here. So that was it. And then I compared what I can do as a professor and what I can do as a civil servant, as a IS officer. So comparing those, I decided to go for IS because I thought that I would be able to contribute 100% in this area rather than in research.
Okay, so as a civil servant, what would you like to improve in the research field of India?
Very nice question. I think now civil servants are also technocrats because if you compare, if you see any scheme of government of India, any broader scheme, it always has a technical part, and research is one of the driving force for economic development as well. We read about different economic models and for the continuous economic development of a country, research and development plays a very significant role. And there are many ways to do it. One way I discussed initially that whenever there is a big problem that government is facing, they will build a center of excellence in any research institute, in IITs as well. They will fund certain project. So as a civil servant, we need to identify and prioritize those areas. And the amount of fund that we are investing in research is less than 1% of GDP. It's quite low. And if you compare it with China, US, they invest a lot of percentage of GDP in research. And the problem is research will not pay you dividends in 1 year. It will pay you dividends in a decade or 15 years in a longer duration. So my approach would be to whenever I will get that position where I am able to change the research or contribute myself, I will focus that more funds are allocated, the areas are prioritized, and it is the research is done according to the needs of the society and not the vice versa.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you.
So how can we decide our optional subject, because we are from engineering field and there are many different fields in optionals. So how can we decide?
In which year are you in?
Second year.
I think in second year you should enjoy. There is a scientific reason to it. The people who used to prepare from first, second year, mostly in my friends circle, disclaimer, I am doing the disclaimer, they are still in the preparation. You know the reason why? It is connected to your question. They chose the wrong optional. See, I came to know about anthropology when I got outside IIT Bombay and when I started reading general studies. Here, everything which is there inside campus, that was only relevant for me. But outside campus, the entire country was there, the entire society was there. So when I started reading, your mindset will get broadened, and then you will be able to take good decisions. See, when you are in second year, you are not that mature. I feel that. In many fields, you will tend to do a lot of mistakes. So I think in second year, you should explore more. You should develop your personality more. If you are dedicated to civil services, then you should have that good motivation built up over the time. So that kind of thing you can do. You can explore then definitely you should explore the different fields, because that opportunity doesn't it is not given to other people of India. You got this opportunity. So first explore all the fields, all the things that the institute is offering to you, and then later you can decide. And I assure you that it will be good.
Talked about sociology and public policy courses that you took in IITB. Can you please explain more about those, and what are the other courses in our institute which would help in preparing?
See, in my last semester, I think seventh semester, I took one course in TG 606. It was on policy making. I think it might be in sixth semester. I'm not very sure. So I think I just wanted to, when that idea came that I might go in this field, then I try to explore what is there in policy making. That's why I took those options and those subjects. And as a part of the program itself, you have to choose one. You have to pick one, sociology, and I think 4 subjects are there. So because I had interest in school days also, I was decent. I was having decent interest in social science. So I decided to take sociology. I think there are lot of courses in related to policy making, related to I think they have village visits as well. There is one. I am forgetting the name. There is one entire team which they will go to nearby villages and they will implement something that you can do, that will motivate you. These kind of things you can do. Plus there is a lot of I think lectures arranged by a group where civil servants they came. They come to campus. You can hear those lectures. That will give you clarity and motivation.
Thank you so much, sir.
Prepares you to become a good IAS officer. Every stage of examination is such that you will, eventually it prepares you to become a good civil servant. So, I used to fool my mind that I'm just, I'm in the preparation, but I'm under training. And I used to feel that this attempt would be my last attempt. In 2019, I felt that this is my last attempt. I will give 100%. And when I got to 90th rank, within 5 minutes, I was very clear that I will write one more attempt. So I think mindset is important. Plus, whenever I used to read articles in the initial phase, I used to believe whatever the writer is saying. The writer is saying this, I used to believe that. But later in my preparation, I also built my own, thinking. And I thought, no, writer is wrong. We can add, there is other dimension to this problem, other dimension to this thing. So that, to have that kind of mindset, to have an independent thinking, that is very important, and it actually helped me in my entire preparation and in mains, if I point you out. So these things actually help, and one can actually feel like, or but should not be swayed by that feeling.
Thank you, sir. I just want to say one more thing, that it is not a normal thing to talk to an IAS officer. You inspired me a lot, and I'm damn sure I will be a one too. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. All the best.
Insightful for all present here. Now, have a great evening. Thank you all.
सर
में तो कहीं भी जाओ, मैं टोपी पहनता हूँ, मास्क लगाता हूँ, पूरा फोर्स रहता चल जाता है। ऐसे में कॉमनली ऐसे बिहार के रोड में
फेसबुक भी बंद कर दिया ना सर ने, तो इंस्टाग्राम तो बंद होना ही था।
वो ना
10,000 कुछ होंगे।
सर केक कटिंग है एलसी में, तो आप प्लीज चल सकते हैं। केक कटिंग में
चल सकते हैं
काफी हमारे लिए।
अरे
क्योंकि एक बार आप यूपीएससी के जर्नी में लग गया ना, देयर इज नो एनी यू टर्न। समझ गए? या नहीं पीपल उनको